probably one of the most influential conversations I've had. And it's funny because it came from the guy, and so his name is Maka, right? Maka, feel free to make this a medium clip. In fact, if you're listening to this, which you will be, so Maka makes my podcast clips, short form and medium form, right? So the guy that's uploaded this was his advice to me, a personal trainer, right? So me and Maka, my good friend, by the way, not a personal trainer. We know each other from a sport called freestyle football. We're still good friends. We were on holiday in Spain. So he's goes to the gym, but he's not like mad into fitness. And we were sitting on the beach. And this was the first time I'd went on holiday whilst on a bulk as well. So I always tried to lose weight for holidays. And I went, nah, I'm not doing that this time. I came quite far in my journey of like having a better relationship with my body. And he looks at me and he goes, right, we're on a beach. How many people do you reckon here? 500 to 1,000? Yeah, 1,000. And he went, look around. How many people are in shape? I was like, try count how many people are like in the shape you sort of see like on Instagram. And we were looking around. I was like, and by the way, this is not, we're people watching, but we're not going, fat bastard. A fat bastard. That wasn't what we were doing, but we're like, there's a 40-year-old woman with rolls. There's another guy with a big pot belly. There's a rather skinny, pale guy, definitely probably from Aberdeenshire, somewhere like that, with how pale his skin is. That guy's got big nipples. They're probably about the same size as mine. There's a guy in Y-fronts. He looks quite overweight. There's about 5 people as well. They're not ripped, but they're probably just a healthy weight. They're actually probably the epitome of health, but they don't look impressive. And then we're sitting there for another 5 minutes, and then a big tanned, definitely steroided, out his fucking bean guy walks past us this way. And I was like, that's the first guy I've seen with abs. Out of 1,000 people on the beach, or 500 people on the beach. Then he was like, right, let's get our phones out. I can't remember if I imagined this in my head, didn't I? But I feel like we went on our phone and was like, an Instagram explore page, looking at the explore page, everyone's ripped out their bean, everyone's massive. Then go on your homepage, all of mine's is like PTs and stuff. They're all in ridiculous nick, lighting looks good. They're all got their tops off. Everyone's lifting, benching 120 kilos, massive chests. And I was looking around the beach going like this does not equate to this. And everyone knows, but like I said, everyone knows that Instagram, social media, it isn't real. How many people can play on different lights and tricks. But this is an actual thing that you can do. This is an actual social experiment that anyone can do, where they can, it's one of those epiphany moments where you just go, right, even though I knew that this isn't real, actually putting this up against regular people, it's so enlightening. I've just realised that even, because so many people are like, I don't compare myself to others. And then like even like personal trainers will be like, oh, I need to make more money. And I'll be like, oh, why do you need to make more money? Like, you put money away? And they're like, yeah, but X, such and such is making like 10 grand a month. So I'm like, are they though? And even if they are, but like, are they? How do you know that? And they're like, because they said they did. And I'm like, where did they say they did? On their story. I'm like, people lie, mate. And also, 10 grand, I'm not saying isn't doable. Like, it's doable, but people lie. Same way that there's false narratives, false projections of how people's body actually look with light. Like, I've got 2 big lights here to make my skin look better and to make this podcast look a bit better. And that's what social media is. If you were sitting there, there's a seat over there, you probably wouldn't think I look as good as I do on the camera. But it was a social experiment, and you could do this. I'm like, right, try not to be perverted when you do this. But you could like maybe look at your explore page before you go swimming down your local swimming baths. This is not too many kids there. You know what I mean? You could look at your explore page before you go somewhere. There's just not many places where lots of people aren't going to have much clothes. So whatever I'm going to tell you to do is going to sound perverted. But what we were doing wasn't perverted. We were just lying on the beach getting a tan. People watching. I swear. But yeah, one of the most liberating things I've done. I also mute everyone on Instagram, which I've spoke about before, especially coaches. I find coaches in general, whether it's how they look or how much money they make, there's just so much like ego driven actions on social media, and it's just not real. This is another thing that I've had to teach myself this year. I don't really like self-help books too much. I probably do come off with some lines that you're like, oh, he's probably read that somewhere. But I like to teach myself some lessons as well. And one thing I was saying to myself the other day, right, I get quite a lot of abuse. Anyone that posts on social media gets quite a lot of abuse. And I was just thinking to myself, right, I've maybe had 2,000 comments that are just horrible digs at me. They don't really bother me that much because I do look at them and go, I always check the profile and go, fuck being this person. I never look at them and go, oh, they look like they have a good life. I'm like, fuck this person. There's a woman from Lanarkshire that shaves horses that gives me abuse all the time, and it actually makes my day because I just laugh at the fact she must be like midway through shaving a horse going, I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this owners and their horse. And then she looks on Instagram and go, I fucking hate this PT from View Park. I hate him. And then she gives me abuse. That makes me feel better. But the fact that nobody has ever came up to me in person and went here and slagged me is how I know that it's all a farce. And I've had quite a lot of people come up to me and say nice things, which you're always welcome to do, by the way, but never anything bad. So genuinely, it's all bollocks. Even when I post things and I gain followers, I know I'm just like, it's like almost like a game. I treat it like a game. It's bollocks. It's all shit. It all means nothing. How people look on social media, it means nothing. The only place of substance is this podcast. Bye. Try that experiment. I talk about it all the time because it just sort of opened up my mind in a way I never expected Macca to be able to do, which he did. Well done. And thank you for posting this as a clip. Thank you.